Here's what's coming up next on the Holo Movement Purpose Lab.
Hi, my name is Senka Caro, and I'm founder of LightNet. And my passion and purpose is removing the word impossible from the dictionary. I'm here today with Gopi Kallayil. He is business strategist for AI at Google, and he's written two books, The Happy Human and The Internet to the Internet. And he is a champion of mindfulness meditation at Google and beyond. He explains that his passion and purpose, aside from helping blend business and technology solutions to help the world, is to truly find nirvana. My favorite part of this interview is where he talks about his Vipassana retreat.
So I want to tell you a story about that last process of when you go into stillness, how your mind works differently and the creative process unfolds. I decided to do the Vipassana meditation, the formal 10-day sit, 14 hours of meditation a day. My brother had done it before me, and he told me that it's a struggle the first 2-3 days as you try to sit there. By about day 4 or so, he says the mind does go still. It's remarkable how quiet it can become. And then you will get into this incredible state of creativity, thinking, and joy. And he also said, don't try to chase it. You may get it, and then after you come back, you may never have that experience for a long time or never, but don't chase it. If you have it, if you're lucky enough, enjoy it for the moment. And exactly as he said, first 4 days were a struggle. Your mind goes around all of the things that were long forgotten. Something that they said years ago that caused an upset in you, and people you had been in love with and or long left your life, and the people you wished you had loved, and all sorts of things come up. It's incredible the amount of stuff that is stored in the mind that comes up in a deep meditation state. But after day 4 or so, by day 5, my mind started quieting down and went into a state of stillness when it was very present. And for the first time, I understood the meaning of what some of these mystics had talked about, being fully present. And when I stepped out into the garden of the meditation center, this is in Oregon, and it was early morning, 4:30 or so, I could see everything in the garden, every dewdrop, every leaf, every flower, and level of sparkle and color that I had never witnessed before because I was so distracted. I could walk through gardens, and if you ask me what flowers did you see, I would often say nothing. I did not notice a single thing, or while eating food. Here, every sensory filter was open, and I was present to actually experience it. It was a miraculous, magical process. And in that quiet state, I was able to access a certain level of creativity. And with that level of creativity, these ideas were coming up for products that I could be developing, technology products. And I was afraid I would forget it all by the time I come back. These incredible ideas on things that could be solved using technology were just coming out of nowhere. My mind had never been that level of creative. The problem was at Vipassana, you don't have a pen or a pencil to write things down because they take everything away. There's no books. So I could not write it down, and was afraid by the time the 10 days were over, I would have forgotten these ideas. So I had to somehow write. And then I found a system to write it. They would allow us to have tea between breaks, and the tea bags came with wrappers. So that gave me access to paper. And legally, you're not supposed to do this, or in the Vipassana system, they call it Shila, moral code. So I was on the edge of violating that moral code, but I thought that I'm doing it for a greater cause, so that's okay. So I would take the paper, and then I needed pencil or pen to write it. And then I discovered that in order to make sure we use recyclable glasses, they would give us a plastic or a glass, and you could put a paper tape on it and your name. You can write on it, so you use the same glass at the water station, and there's a pencil there next to it. So I used the pencil to write on the piece of paper, much like prisoners would do it with their blood. And I wrote it down and captured the idea. And then just a little thing I was having on the side. But I was fascinated by how creative my mind was. And that same level of creativity is available to you in that stillness when you ask a deep question like, what is my true purpose in life?
For more, watch the full episode, which will be aired on Monday. Or you can find this story on our podcast, Awaken Your Purpose. To find your passion and purpose, join us at hollowmovement.net/purpose.